If anyone could tell me what kind of birds these are, I would greatly appreciate it. They come out here on our porch every morning and eat some seeds that we have left set out for them. I think they're a type of finch, but I could be wrong. It's a male and a female pair. Every morning they're out here on the porch, eating some seeds and singing. So if anyone could tell me what kind of birds they are, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks. Hey guys, today I was gonna make a hiking video, but it's pouring the rain right now. It's quite windy outside. I hope it lets up here in a few hours. I don't know. Even if it is raining, I may go hiking by myself. I doubt Miranda or Loki would want to get out in it, but either way, the topic of this video is blue eyes. And where did they come from? Well, there's lots of different theories about where blue eyes in human beings originated from. Right now, just from looking up things on the internet, it seems that the theory that's most popular right now is a theory that is suggested by a professor named Hans Eyberg. He's from the University of Copenhagen in Denmark, and I'll provide a link to the article down below. He suggests that blue eyes in human beings is a trait that is only 6,000 to 10,000 years old. Now, he also suggests in this article that blue eyes originated somewhere in this time span, this 4,000 year time span, and he believes that they originated on the north or northwestern shore of the Black Sea. But is he right? Honestly, I don't have a time machine or anything to go back, but personally, myself, I believe he is wrong about this. I believe that the trait of blue eyes is much older than 6,000 to 10,000 years. I believe it's much older than that, honestly. I often wonder sometimes if our Neanderthal distant ancestors, perhaps they had blue eyes. Now, blue eyes is a trait. What are they good for? Well, blue eyes, whether it's humans or say wolves that have the trait, I've even seen pictures of jungle crows that have blue eyes. And strange that so many different species over such a different range of habitats have blue eyes. But the reason that blue eyes evolved is that it is an advantageous trait to have if you are in areas of low light. They say that people with blue eyes or light-colored eyes are able to see in low light situations much better than humans or animals that have brown eyes. Brown eyes are an advantageous trait to have if you are in a bright, sunny environment, which explains a lot about the trait in human beings. It seems that the vast majority of Africans, sub-Saharan Africans, Middle Easterners, the vast majority of them have brown eyes, and that makes sense because they live closer to the equator. Now, blue eyes, I believe it's more of a Northern European trait. Also the fact that you see a large portion of the Germanic, there's also a significant portion of the Slavic subraces that have blue eyes. I believe it evolved because our ancient forebears, they inhabited forests, thick forested regions, so this helped them from hunting to be able to see better in the low-light conditions of living in a thick forest. Now, there in this picture right here, you can see also, this is a map showing the populations in Europe, the highest percentages of blue eyes. And you can tell from this map that the northern and northwestern shore of the Black Sea, sure, they have a percentage of people with blue eyes, but it's nowhere near as high as, say, the percentage in Northern Europe, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, parts of England, on over through the Baltic states and Finland. So, I believe this is where the trait of blue eyes originally came from. Now, what was I going to say? I knew that I was forgetting to mention something pretty relevant, so I had to do this. Also the fact I believe that blue eyes originated much further north, honestly, than the north shore of the Black Sea, because of the fact that I mentioned earlier that blue eyes help whatever creature has that trait, helps them to see better in low light situations. And also, I believe they evolved in populations much further north due to the fact that during the winter, of course, there's a lot less sunlight. Nighttime is much longer during the winter. So I believe this would help greatly to hunters, our distant forebears from the far north. So that's another fact, I think, that dispels the theory that blue eyes originated on the north shore of the Black Sea. Drawing a blank. Anyway, the trait of blue eyes, I believe it originated somewhere, as I said a second ago, in the Nordic area. Possibly they could have originated in Scandinavia, Denmark, somewhere in Northern Europe. Also, in doing this research about blue eyes, I was kind of surprised to find out which country in Europe right now has the greatest concentration of people with blue eyes. You know, honestly, I thought it would be Norway, perhaps Denmark, but I was wrong. Now, I don't know if this survey was taken decades ago. I don't know if it was taken more recently. I would imagine the percentage of the population in many of these northern European countries, if they took this survey recently, that the original results have been, let's say, diluted by unfortunate cultural enrichment and diversity. It's sad. But anyway, the country with the highest percentage of people with blue eyes is actually Estonia. I was very surprised by that, which honestly. Shouldn't be surprised, of course, because it is part of Northern Europe. It's just a fun fact. But, as you can tell. Now, I've also often wondered a lot about the trait of green eyes. Green eyes are the rarest eye color in the human population. I'm not very knowledgeable about where green eyes came from. I just looked a little bit online before I made this video, and it claimed that green eyes allegedly originated somewhere in southern Siberia. Perhaps this is true. I know in Ireland, parts of England, green eyes are very prevalent. But that's a mystery, honestly. It seems like it's a trait that is held more often by people of a Celtic origin, which perhaps gives some credence to the theory that Celtic populations originally descended from the Scythians, but I'm not very knowledgeable about that. I could be wrong. Now, in my family, blue eyes is a very dominant trait. My father and me, we have practically the same eye color. My younger brother, he also has blue eyes, although his are like a very light electric blue. I was always jealous of his eye color in a way because they really stand out. Our mother, she was blonde-headed, but she had greenish hazel eyes, and they tended to be more on the green side. Her parents, they had my grandpa on her side, he had green eyes, but my grandmother, her mother, she had blue eyes. Now it's my younger brother, I mentioned, he has those really light blue eyes. He looks stunningly similar to pictures of our paternal grandfather. He passed away a couple of years before I was born, so I never knew him. But they both had those electric light blue eyes, and it's amazing. I wish when I had went back home for the holidays that I had my younger brother, he's got a picture on his cell phone of our grandfather when he was in his I guess mid to late 20s. He's about my younger brother's age that he is right now. I wish I had gotten him to send me that picture, and I would have taken a picture of my younger brother and put them side by side, because it is truly shocking how their facial structure, their eye color, it's amazing how similar that they look. We truly are our ancestors. Truly. But I thought I would make this video about blue eyes. That's my thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.